R.J. Lomas and the new headmaster, Max Crean. Guys, welcome to the show.
Hi, bud.
Yeah,
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, Max, welcome to Jackson.
Yeah, thank you. I'm still getting acclimated, but it's a pleasure to be here.
So, R.J., you brought Max on board. What's the difference between an executive director and a headmaster?
Well, that's a great question. I'm kind of oversee facilities and building improvements and marketing and fundraising, those kind of bigger umbrella things. And he's really honed in on running the school as a similar to a principal.
So you're the business guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you're the academic.
Yes.
Yes.
And you come to Jackson from another Chesterton Academy.
Right.
Where was that?
It was the Knights of Our Lady Chesterton Academy out in the Kalamazoo area.
Now, Jackson's Chesterton Academy is pretty new. How about the one you came from?
So that was our first year out in the Kalamazoo area. That was the inaugural year. So it was a really wonderful time to kind of get it off the ground. We just had 6 students at the time, but you really got to know each and every one. So it was a really exciting opportunity. And it's exciting out here in a different way to see a school that's a few more years along.
What's your background? What interested you into working at a Chesterton Academy?
Sure. So I grew up on Long Island, New York, actually.
Long Island?
Yeah, Long Island, New York. And I went to a really good Catholic school out there where the teachers really cared. They really knew their stuff. They really wanted you to know the faith, to know the subjects they were teaching. But despite all of that, I can tell that something was missing. You know, the teachers were telling us that our education was about more than just a job, but it really felt at the end of the day that it was about getting a good grade and moving on with your life. So years went by. I went on to pursue my bachelor's. I got a double major in theology and theater from the Franciscan University of Steubenville, and then I got my master's in theology from the International Theological Institute in Austria. And along that journey and a few years out, I learned about classical education. And at the time, I really felt robbed. I said, this is the education that I wish I had when I was in high school. Because in my mind, it was the model that was married to the message. It was saying, we really care about you. We want you to learn this stuff so that you can be a happier human being, that you can be a more flourishing human being. And of course, go out and succeed, get an amazing job and do well in it, but because we've cared about you first. So when I learned about this model of education, I wanted to be a part of the difference and be a part of it. And then I started learning about these Chesterton schools, and lo and behold, in my area, one was opening up for the first time. So I was really excited to hop on board and be a part of it.
Wow, RJ, he must have aced the interview.
Yeah. No, he did a great job. Yeah, we're lucky to have him. So
you've really done a good job of describing what Chesterton is, and we've also got a spot that tells a little bit more. So let's take a look.
Why did I choose Chesterton? At Chesterton Academy of St. George, education is more than academics. It's formation for life. As an independent, classical high school rooted in the Catholic tradition, we offer a rich, integrated curriculum with a strong emphasis on history, literature, philosophy, theology, languages, and the arts. Our small class sizes foster genuine mentorship and a vibrant sense of community. Come visit our campus and see the difference for yourself.
Cool. This week is a good week for you guys to be on the show because you've got an open house, I think Thursday?
yeah.
Yes.
Thursday at 6:30.
What's going to happen? What are you guys going to do?
So it's a great way to be introduced to our school, even if you don't have prospective students, if you're grandparents, if you're just interested in supporting us, we invite everyone to come and get a tour. Our tour is given by the students. That's one of the things we focus on at Chesterton is teaching them how to speak well, and we do a lot of that actually. So the students will be matched up with visitors. They'll walk them through every station to meet all the teachers, see our large facility, and get a first introduction that's really fantastic introduction to our school. So we're excited about that. So
how many students do we have this year?
We're 18. Yeah.
So triple your last school.
Yes. It's a lot more to keep track of, but it's no less exciting.
Yes.
Is this a group school photo?
Yep.
It is.
Yeah, we took that just a few weeks ago.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What grades Now, how does it work at Chesterton Academy? Are there grade levels?
Yeah, so we focus on 9 through 12. We really hone in on that high school age. And this year, in terms of ages, we have all 4 grade levels. In terms of classes, we're teaching 9 and 10 together. So we're teaching 3 class levels. But yeah, we have such beautiful students. You can tell by their smiles that they're just full of joy and love, and they're really a pleasure to get to know.
What, for someone that's never been or never experienced this type of education, is a big learning curve to come to a school where it's a whole different environment and focus?
That's a great question. I think it can be an adjustment in some ways just because it's different, but I think what our students are finding is that in a lot of ways it is intuitive. You know, a big part of a classical education is that it's discussion based. So it's really reading the material and then sharing your thoughts on it, and we help you along the way to hone that and learn the proper questions to ask and how to speak a little more articulately. But it really is something that once you dive in for the first week or so, it comes rather naturally.
Anyone that just is curious about it, or maybe has students, or maybe future students, all are welcome to this event.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. The best way to learn about it is really to come and see it. And we'd love to come and talk with you and answer questions about it. So coming to the open house or scheduling a shadow day or just coming by to visit, we'd love to talk with anyone. Come on by.
You also have a leadership symposium that is coming up later this month. What is it? Who's it for?
Well, that's something I started when I came on, because we ran that at a school I was at in the Detroit area, Shrine Schools, and it's focuses on leadership, and we do it quarterly, and we bring in guest speakers that have sort of a Christian worldview and that have some significant experience out in the world, and they'll talk to our students and tell about their story and their journey and talk about leadership and focus on developing students in their leadership skills. So it's a complimentary event. We start the day with 8 a.m. Mass, and then there's a continental breakfast, and then there's a Q&A following the talk of about 15 or 20 minutes. It's not real long because we want to get the kids back in class by 9:30, so I get pressure from the headmaster otherwise.
Well, that's pretty cool. So you've grown since Chesterton Academy started. Now what, how many years?
It's our 4th year.
4 years. Yeah. What's new this year? What kinds of experiences or extracurriculars or classes do you have that are new this year?
Sure. Well,
want me to start with one?
Yes.
It's a big one. Part of our curriculum, people should know, is that you do make a trip to Rome before you graduate. So we're taking our juniors and seniors. I'm lucky enough to be the one staff member that's going to be taking the kids, and but we're going around Easter time, so we're going to be in the Vatican for Easter Mass, I'm pretty sure, for Sunday. So that's kind of a big thing to see the new Pope for our students. But every Chesterton school does that, and we're reaching about 100 worldwide in terms of the numbers of Chesterton. So a lot of the students from our schools will be over there at the same time. So. Now, inside the school, I'll shift back to you, Max.
Yes,
so.
Yes. One of the new things we get to do this year in our curriculum is we have our first class of seniors that are graduating. We did have our one senior last year, but this is our first full-bodied senior class. So the seniors get to do their senior capstone projects, where they get to pick 2 of the topics that they've studied throughout their 4 years and combine them and come up with an interesting question that they love. They write a paper on this question, and then they give an oral presentation to the whole school. So as RJ was saying, we really want our students to be able to think and speak clearly and comfortably. So this is a great opportunity for them to really put the capstone on their education by doing that in front of the whole student body, and hopefully show our younger students as well, this is what you'll be able to do by the time you graduate from Chesterton.
Cool. Good to see you both. Have a great week. Successful open house.
Yeah. Thank you, Brian.
And thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
The new headmaster at Chesterton Academy, Max Crean, and executive director, RJ Lomas.